Today we're going to learn how to create basic and instant material in Unreal Engine. Let's fire up your Unreal Engine. You can choose Games, Blank, and make sure your starter content is switched on and click Create. So once it's created, you just click on one of the mesh and press F to zoom in. Okay, first we need to create a wall for the material to apply. Okay, so just click on this button, down arrow, and click Shape, Cube. Okay, now we have created a cube. Okay, now we're going to place the cube on the floor, then just scale them accordingly. You can disable the snapping mode, also this snapping mode, so that it can scale better. For this tutorial, we will create 2 or 3 walls. It's up to you. To duplicate this mesh, you just need to hold down the Alt key and then just shift it. Okay, we will create another wall. Hold down the Alt key and shift it. Right now we have 3 mesh. Okay, 3 different walls. Okay, now we're going to create a material for this wall. So we go to your content browser, Control Spacebar. This is your content browser. You can create a folder on here. Just call it material and right click again and go to material and choose the first one. Okay, now you have your first material. You can call it anything. Call it base. Okay, double click on it. You have your base material. It's the standard material for Unreal Engine. The first thing we need to do is to get the base color. Control spacebar to bring out the content browser again. In your starter content, we have the texture over here. Just click on texture. Today we are going to use brick clay O with a D, that means diffuse. Control spacebar again. And we also need the normal. Okay, bring them together. Right click to shift them around. The first thing we need to do is to get this texture map RGB, link it to the base, and we also need this normal map. Okay, link it to normal. Then we will have this kind of image. So once you link them, you can click apply and save. So now I need to dock this tab. Just bring down this tab over here, or you can just put them side by side together with your viewport. Now we need to apply the material. Go back to your content, your material, and just click and drag into one of your wall. Okay, now you have your texture over here. But now the wall is looking very big because UV is wrong. Okay, you want to tile your UV. Go back to the material again. So over here, you need to manipulate this UV. So to manipulate the UV, we need 2 things. First is the texture coordinate. Second is the parameter. How to bring out these 2 things? You just need to click on your keyboard U and just left click. U and left click. And the other one, you press S and left click. S and left click to bring out these 2. Texture coordinate, we need a U and V. So we can use one parameter for U and the other one for V. So we need 2 parameters. You can either click S and left click again, or you can copy, Ctrl C and Ctrl V to duplicate them. One is for the U, you can rename them. Click on the tab itself and edit this name to U, and we will call this V, U and V. Okay, next we need to combine this U and V together. We need to merge them together. The tab that you should look out for is append. So we have 3 append over here. The one we are using is append vector. Connect them to A and B. Okay, after we're done with U and V, we need to get this texture coordinate to merge them together with these 2 together. The tab that we need to look out for is multiply. Okay, the first one. The shortcut key is M and left click. Same thing go for A and B. So now your UV is done. What I like to do is to group them together. Select all the node and then press C for comment. We will name this UV, enter, and then now we can move them all together so it will look more organized. After it's done, all you need to do is to connect them to your UV. Okay, after you connect, you will see that your material is flat because your U and V currently is at 0. So go to your parameter over here. Currently is at 0. So if you change to 1, it will basically go back to the original texture that you have, right? The original look like this. But now you want to increase your U and V. So let's do 4 and 4. Just click apply and save, and you can see your result here. Okay, so if you want to see it while changing the U and V, you can click to drag out the window and you can go to parameter here and change it. It will update instantly. Okay, now you know how to manipulate your UV. Next, we need to know how to manipulate the color of this base color. In order to manipulate the color of this RGB, okay, we need to get this parameter out, okay, with the RGB. In order to create this, the shortcut key is V for vector, and left click. So once you got this, we can change the name of this. Maybe you call it tint. We need to merge these two together, these two nodes. So we are going to use multiply. The shortcut is M for McDonald, and left click, M and left click. Connect both together, A and B, and connect them to base color. If you go to parameter in your tint, right now you can change your color. Now we are done. We need to group them together. Select all the three nodes and press C. We will name this as color. Okay, right now we have tint, U, and V. The next two parameter that I want to create is metallic, and the other one for the roughness. Hold down S and left click. We will name this metal, and the other one we will name this roughness. Okay, connect them to metal and connect them to roughness. Now we have metal, roughness, U and V. So if you have a lot of parameter over here, it's a good thing that you want to group them together. Okay, so example U and V, you just need to click on the U, and under here you can create a UV, and V, you want to choose UV. So once it's done, see there's a global UV. It's grouped together to keep things organized. Once you are done, just click apply and save. So now we need to learn how to use our material to apply it to many other mesh. Okay, one way is to just duplicate the material into 3 material and apply them one on each mesh. This is not very budget friendly because you are going to use up a lot of memory and your computer will be very lag. We need to learn how to use material instant. To use material instant, we just need to click on one of the material, right click and create material instant. It will actually reference your base material. Double click on it, you can manipulate your parameter over here. In the detail step, you can switch on metal, roughness, you can change it accordingly until you are satisfied. Okay, maybe I'll use red color, and you can change your U and V also. After you are done, just click save. You can use this for this material. Okay, now you have one for the middle one, and then maybe you can create another instant. Right click, create instant. This one is for the third one. So for this, double click, same thing, you can manipulate your stuff over here. You can float the window so that you can see in your viewport real time. Make it more shiny, metallic, make the roughness, you can change the color, you can change the UV. Okay, once you're done, save, close. So now you have 3 different kind of material. Of course, you can create one more to replace this base material. So this is how you manipulate your material, okay, without making your computer very lag, using the material instant. Right? So I will stop here for today. Hope you have learned something. I will see you next time.